Hello, so just a quick pre-vlog to this vlog anyway. This is a vlog that we recorded while we were out in France at Esterel Caravaning. This vlog is really just to kind of give you our thoughts, our overview, bit of a walk around the site, show you all the different bits and bobs, that sort of thing. So I hope you can get something from that, particularly if you are considering Esterel Caravaning. That's one of the things actually, is that what I've realised is that I'm calling the campsite the wrong name. Throughout the vlog I call it Esterel. It's actually known as Esterel Caravaning, as it was highlighted to me. So it's Esterel Caravaning. So whenever I say Esterel, just think Esterel Caravaning. Oh, and I put the vlog that I bought during our day out in Saint-Tropez. Anyway, you enjoy the vlog. See you soon. Hello and welcome to Caravan Escapades. I hope everybody is keeping safe and well. Well, we're here on our last full day at Esterel, and what I wanted to do was take the opportunity to try and give you a site overview, a site tour. It won't be a full site tour. Obviously that will take me for ages. It's quite a big site, and if you do want detailed information, check out Esterel's social media, their YouTube, Facebook, all that sort of stuff, as they have detailed information of all the different bits of the site, as I'm going to show you around. So I have got permission from the media team in Esterel. What they have asked me to do is, where possible, is not to include any staff or guests in the vlog. There will be some bits where people will get caught it, but I will try and keep this to a minimum, hence the reason for me getting up early as well. Anyway, let's start it here. So basically, as you approach Esterel, you come off the main road and up this hill, and then the sun's behind you, so you might not be able to see that very well. So you've got two entrances here. The entrance here is when you are arriving with your caravan, with your motorhome, so you go through there, a lot higher entrance. Then you have the main car entrance and exit, and this is all done by number plate recognition as well. So once you've provided these guys with your number plate, the barrier will open automatically. This is the reception here on the right hand side. The reception is manned 24/7, but obviously check-in is right here when you check in, and various other needs. So I shall just nip away there just to try and avoid stuff. So that's reception in there, so reception area there. And over on your left hand side is, you do have the Esterel Spa. So this is a spa area where you get all your normal treatments, and you do have details of that online, so the massages and all those sorts of stuff. So the spa is up there, and then down below you do have the children's club, where they do various different bits of children's entertainment. And then over in this small area there is a kind of small football area for the children here. Then we have parking, or disabled parking, here. Another parking area just here with some EV chargers. You do have a cash point over there, and this is one of the interesting things. You will find these dotted around the site, and I will put one up on the screen at some point. This is the main camp map for Esterel, split up into different areas. We are here, so here's the main patio, the spa, all those sorts of stuff. So generally, as a good rule of thumb, all of this area here up along the top is camping. These two areas are camping, and down here are camping. So when I say camping, I mean tents, caravans, motorhomes, camper vans, that sort of thing. Now the rest of the areas are all generally your holiday homes, your cabins, your lodges, and all those sorts of stuff. So generally around the other area, but there is a breakdown of all the different areas. They've all got different names. So that is the main map of Esterel. So we'll wander a little bit further into the site. I apologise about the sun if that's affecting some of your view. But as you walk in from the main entrance behind me, we shall just head over to the left. Heading over to the left takes you to the children's play area. Now the children's play area has been improved quite a bit since we were here back in 2022, and it is for children from 3 to 12 years old. It is locked at the moment, so I can't get in there, but if you can see, you've got quite a bit of equipment there, various different bits, but it has been massively improved since we were here in 2023. So I'll walk back up this way, and that's the main entrance over there, and then basically we go up to the main entrance, turn right, and you come in to the patio area. So this is the main patio area here, where a lot of the evening entertainment goes on, and the main stage. That is a giant video screen on the back, and you have various different things going on there. You have the entertainment staff putting on entertainment, you have bands on there, you have discos. There was a DJ on there last night and that sort of thing. On the left hand side here is the snack area, serving pizzas, poke bowls, those sorts of things, so that is open certain times of the day. Then you have the boutique shop. The boutique shop is just here. Give you an idea of the boutique shop. And then over here, people are queuing. They're queuing for the shop, which does have a fresh bakery in there. So there are fresh croissants, there are fresh bread, all the sort of fruit, veg, all those sorts of things that you'd expect to get from a site shop. They're all going to be for sale from there very, very soon. It is 5 to 8 now. We'll be open at 8 o'clock, and I think where most people are rushing in to get their fresh baguettes, their fresh croissants, their fresh pain au chocolat, and all those sorts of stuff. So that's going to be open very, very shortly. Opened over here behind me is your bar area. However, it doesn't open till 9 o'clock. That has seen some massive refurbishment since we were here. Very, very nice chilled out area. Really nice to sit in there. So what I'll do in a bit is, once this is open back at 9 o'clock, I'll pop in there and show you around. So I'll also try and show you around inside the shop as well. If it's not too busy, you can keep the camera down low. Opposite us here is one of the other camping areas. This was those two circle camping areas. Centrally in there, I don't know if you can see on the back, these have their own kind of shower and washing facilities. So they have that all there as well. And that's camping over there. To the right hand side of the patio shop area is the pool. The pool is behind here. I will try and get you some shots of that. Particularly with not many people about. It's being cleaned at the moment. It is closed. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there, but we shall try and show you that in a minute. So the pool is split into 3 levels, and I will hopefully get you a better shot of that shortly. The lower level here with the main swimming pools and the sunbeds, this area here which is kind of the splash children's area with the children's pool, and then up the top there is a beached area full of sunbeds. It's full sand, shade, all that sort of stuff. So they try to create that beach environment, which is up the top there as well. And I say full details of all of this can be found on the Esterel website or Esterel social media. Tell you what I'll do, while we're just up this area, we're going to take a wander up that way in a bit, but while we're here, let's just kind of give you a bit of a wander around to show you some of the pitches as we wander around this way. We'll take a quick tour around here. These pitches are probably some of the smaller pitches on the site as we wander around this way. This pitch is an interesting pitch on your left hand side. Actually, some of our subscribers, this is Lee and Amanda, they've pretty much kind of followed us on our holiday. They followed us down. Basically they've come down through the Alps, through Annecy, through Castellana, to Esterel as well. So it's really great. We met up with those guys the other night. It's really great to meet up with those and have a good chat. But you can see in the middle there those bathroom areas. Same on this side as well. So you can see you can have tents, you can have motorhomes, you can have camper vans, you can have caravans on any of these pitches. This area up here is probably a little tighter, but it is the closest to the entertainment area. Right, let's wander around the rest of the site and see what we can show you. So this is the back of the pool area here, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of wander down this way slightly. We're going to wander over here, and what you do have here, you have mini golf. Basically you've got a mini golf area, and actually there is an area close to the main entrance, and I must show you that again. It's like an information kiosk where you can get your golf clubs or your putting clubs and all those sorts of things that you need for these extra activities, but I'll show you that when we head back over that way. But yeah, you've got full 9 holes, work their way all the way down, and again this has been improved and done up since we were here back in 2022. So we'll follow this a little further down. There's your crazy golf, and then we get on to your table tennis tables. There are a bunch of table tennis tables down here as well, so you can use these to play table tennis. I think there's about 4 in total, so there's an area there for you to play table tennis all the way down there. I'll give you an idea, these are some of the cabins and those sorts of things. And this site is in areas quite hilly, built on the side of a hill, on a mountain, whatever you want to call it, but invariably you tend to find that the really steep hilly bits is where all the cabins are, not kind of the caravans and motorhomes and tents. So they're all around, but we'll show you more of those as we wander around the site. No, I was going to try and do a quick video of the gym, but somebody's already in there, so I'll have to come back and try that for you later. You also have dotted around the site various different washing machines. So you've got a washing machine from the dryer. You need to get a token from reception for the washing machines, which I think according to Claire is about €6, and then it's €2 for the dryer. But they're dotted around the site. I'll probably show you some more of those as we wander around. Here you've got your sink and pot washing area. This is all within the kind of main ablutions, the main facilities site, very, very Mediterranean. So all sorts of different sinks. Quite small really for washing your pots, but there's some bigger sinks here. I think these are clothes washing sinks, or pan washing sinks here. And these must be the clothes washing sinks or just face washing sinks as it is. So as I say, it's very, very Mediterranean. And then we wander round to the main toilet and shower block. Again, very Mediterranean feel about it. I don't need to show you too much detail. Obviously we've got the toilet facilities there. There's your normal toilets. They're all mixed shared toilets and your sink. You've got washing facilities there. And then you've got your showers here. These are quite large showers. Certainly the water's great. But again, very much in a Mediterranean theme. What you'd expect it to be, being that we're in the Mediterranean. So the site tour is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, not in any particular order or shape or size or anything like that, just bits and bobs as I wander around. So what you find around the site is you might find little kind of passageways, stairways like this that link up different roads, different areas of the site. The site is generally kept very, very clean, particularly the facilities. There's a team of staff always seem to be on it. So just as I come out here on my left hand side, we have I think this is the babies club, the infants club, the toddler club. It is open daily, apart from Saturdays and Sundays, I think. Yeah, 3 months to 3 years old, nursery for babies from 3, so closed on Saturdays and Sundays, but it is free to leave your children there. Again, some of the lanes with the different types of cabins. All the different bits of the site are got different names, different areas to different bits. Again, you can see baby club, yoga centre. We might have a wander up there actually. We'll have a look at that, but let's just see. So here are some more facilities, washing machines, tumble dryers, even an iron board drying area. They're all there. Seems that some people have left their washing, or you just put it there. And then what you've got is you've got the smaller indoor pool. This is not open, doesn't open. That's interesting. So here it says open from 10 till 6, but from here it says 8 till 6. Let's see if it works. Try my wristband. No, I don't think that works. In fact, while we're talking about the wristbands, this is one new initiative from Esterel, which has been really useful. When you check in, you get these wristbands. Basically, it's a way of identifying that you're actually paid and you should be on the site, but also there's an RFID tag built into that little not disc, but that little tag there, and that gets you into things like the gym, into the pool, but also you can open up an account, you can load money on it, and you can use it for paying for food and drink in the restaurant, in the bar, by the poolside, and various other bits, which has become really useful. I've done it for all of us, and you can transfer money around between your different accounts with the online through the online app. But let me just try that here on the thing. I think it's not going to be open till 10. Let's just try that. Now look, you can see the red light, so it's not open till 10. But let me tell you a little bit about this. It's a really nice indoor pool area. We've not been in it this year, but we did go in previous years. Obviously Darcy may have been a little bit younger. Yeah, it's a nice little area. It's not too deep, it's quite shallow, it's out of the sun. There are different water features in there, you know, swimming bits, slides, sprinkly bits, all those sort of stuff. So if you do have younger children, that is definitely an ideal place to come up and bring them. And they've got some sunbeds out there for you as well, where you can chill out while they're playing in there. Right, let's go. I haven't been to this yoga area yet, so let's see if we can find it, because they do archery and stuff like that as well. Yeah, Tiri Alarak, which I think is archery. Probably pronounced that totally wrong. So it must be up this way. So we're now here at the higher points of Esterel. I'm wondering where the archery takes place there, not sure. But you can see the beautiful hilltops. Some of the nicer cabins. And over here is the yoga facility. Somebody is doing some yoga on there, so I shall try and avoid videoing them. Again, really nice yoga area. With some truly amazing views. In fact, if you look straight down there, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but there is the Mediterranean Sea. So you see how close we actually are on the site to the sea. Let's have a look on this side as well and see what we can see here. And here's your archery. The archery isn't down there, the archery is just here, and you can see down onto the campsite. And across over the hills. Let's take a look this side. I think they do archery most days, yoga club, but it is all on the program, and I'll share one of those programs. They're dotted around the site as well, so I'll show you one of those. In fact, there might even be one up here on, no, No, not one up here, but they are dotted around the site, so I shall show you those as we wander around. Right, I'm going to take a wander back down and we'll show you some more of the site. With it being Saturday, what you tend to find is that there are quite a few people leaving today, so it's kind of swap over day, and I think from the cabins they need to be gone by 10, and I think from our pitches we need to be gone by 11. We're not going till tomorrow, but I have seen, as I'm wandering around, a few people packing up, loading the cars and getting ready to depart. So up there from inside the pool, straight up in that direction, is where you would go up to the beach top area around the pool, and also where you get entrance to the slide. They do call this one the Lazy River. Let me tell you, it's far from lazy. Let's wander down here to the padel, tennis and petanque. These are down around this area. While I'm wandering around, let me tell you about EV charging around the site. Now, there are various EV charge points, which is great. So if you are coming down with an EV, but also on our camping pitch, there is a separate socket for EV charging. Now, it's not fast charging, so it's nothing like that, no fast charging, but there is a separate socket on the post for you to plug in as what we call in the UK the granny charger. So you can plug in your granny charger and you charge up. So whether it's the same here at the cabins, on the mobile homes as you would call them, I guess, I'm not sure, but you can definitely charge your EV in and around Esterel. So here are your petanque courses, boule, le boulet, bowls, boule, whatever you want to call it. Obviously a very traditional French game, so there are a multitude of courts here. In fact, I think this road you see here on the right, well, in front of us, is the road where you come in up to the campsite. I'm sure I've seen these courts as we've walked around. But also down in this area, and basically up over the top there is where the pool is. So we're kind of down behind the pool area, and then down here, which unfortunately I think is an area we won't be able to get into yet because I don't think it's open, is your paddle courts. This is certainly a new addition to Esterel since we were here last time. Yeah, it doesn't open until 9 o'clock. But you can see there's some really nice facilities down here. Unfortunately, you probably can't see it too well through there. There's some seating area, some benching area, but your paddle courts, they're all down there. But like always, like I've said before, if you want detailed information on all these different areas, first of all, check out Esterel website, which I'll put a link in down below, particularly their social media as well. The media team do a great job at putting various different bits together, and you will find lots of shorts on YouTube, and check out their Facebook page as well. But I'll put links to all of that down below. So just up from the petanque courts, which are just over the side there, you also have a full-size tennis court. So if you're into tennis, you want to play tennis, you can certainly do that here. All the equipment you need for these different sports is available from the information kiosk, where you can take it out. I think there's some from reception as well, so you can sign that out and take that from your crazy golf, your ping pong, your balls, tennis, all that sort of stuff can be borrowed from the site, so you don't need to bring your own with you. As I mentioned, the tennis courts, petanque, the ball, everything is all down below. The swimming pool just up there is the back edges of the swimming pool and chilling, or sunbed area, not chilling area, sunbed area. You might be able to get a slightly better view of the pool there, but I'm hoping once the bar opens I can get in there and give you a better view. That is the bar over that way there. Now here is one thing, the pool doesn't open till 9, it's now 10 to 9 and we've already got a queue of people waiting to get in, and that queue will grow probably within the next 5 minutes, a lot more. Now I have my suspicions, can't prove it, but I do wonder and I do worry that what a lot of these people are doing is coming down early, getting their towels on the sunbeds and then clearing off and going off again. It is a concern. I think I have seen it. I know that Esterel are trying to clamp down on it, but it is something that people do seem to be doing. So we're in, look, the bar area is open. So let me take you for a bit of a wander and a look around inside here. This is really, really very, very nice. And we've spent some nice evenings and some nice mornings in here. You can get breakfast from here. But this place has had a massive makeover since we were here back in 2022. I do need to be careful because there is music in the background and I don't want to get a copyright strike. But this is a really nice area. They do a whole host of cocktails in the evening. You can come, you can sit in here and chill. I think one of the nice things as well is that during the evening it might be busy out there, it's not so busy in here. There is a further roof area. I don't know whether we can get out onto it at the moment. I think it's probably locked. Let's have a look. It probably is locked, but let's have a look. Oh no, it's not, it's open. So haha, this is what we want. This is what we want to be able to do, is give you a good view of the pool area while nobody is in there. So I'm glad I've come in here and it's opened up a little bit earlier. So here you go. This is the big main pool. This is the deep pool. You've got the shallower pool, then you've got the pool, well, kind of a trio of pools with the smaller slide there. As I say, the splash area for the kids. There is more slides over there. There's the slides at the top. There's another big slide at the back there as well. Oh, down here as well in front of me, this is the main camp restaurant. We haven't been, but I think the food, in fact, they have won several awards, several AXI awards for the quality of the food in their restaurant. So that will be a good restaurant, something definitely worth trying. But it really, really is very, very pleasant up here. That just over there is the patio area. And this gives you a slightly different perspective and slightly different view of the campsite. Look, but I'm pleased I've managed to get you a view of the pool. It is very, very different in the evening as well. Obviously it's closed, but it is all lit up. So it does get very, very nice, and I will, obviously with tonight being my last night, I will try if I can get you a view of that. If not, I'll try and get an image and drop an image in here. The other thing I would say, the only one, again, slight negative, it has been mentioned, is that certain areas around the pool can be very, very rough under feet. Can be quite sharp. What you do tend to find is that you know the best way round for the smooth walking areas. The other thing I haven't mentioned, just over there, that little kiosk in the corner, that's open throughout the day, or certain areas of the day, where it does serve ice creams, drinks, coffees, and also waffles as well. It does become very, very popular, and I do think, or have seen, that by probably 4 or 5 o'clock they have sold out of waffles. The pool is open from 9 AM in the morning to 7 AM at night, so you've got 10 hours if you want to be in messing around in the pool. So I have just ordered myself a cappuccino anyway, and one of the other things here, you've got this really nice kind of outdoor seating area here, which also, you've got the seating area up there. The other thing that I haven't mentioned either is that you've got the restaurant here. This is the restaurant for the camp. We haven't been here yet, but no, there is a nice restaurant there as well. So I've gone and got myself a cheeky little cappuccino. Don't tell the girls, they'll never know anyway, they don't watch my vlogs. It is. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out here, have this coffee, but this really is a nice area, particularly what they've done within this bar area, and it doesn't get very, very busy inside. Patio area, yes, out by the side of the pool, but there's always somewhere to sit, chill and relax. So after a nice coffee, let's see if I can show you a quick look around the shop. As you can see here, there is plenty of fresh fruit, and as we wander in here, try and keep the camera low, try not to put too many people in. You can see plenty of fresh fruit veg, salad, all those sort of stuff. And you can see here, very well stocked store. I'm going to go behind me in a minute and get some fresh pastries, certainly for Darcy May and myself. But you can see pretty much every type of thing you will need from within the store. You can see here it does have an in-house bakery, so everything is baked fresh daily. So we've got fresh baguettes, different styles, all your pastries, and a couple of croissants. Should have used the tongs really. There we go. One croissant in there. And the croissant in there. So there's my croissant. Take some back home and head off on Côte. So I did mention previously the entertainment program, which is posted around the site, but one big area that it is posted is right here on the big screen. So this is the main one, tells you throughout the day the different things that are going on. You do get given one of these when you arrive. You can also grab one from reception if you're here for longer than a week. There are some quiet seating, shaded areas just off from the patio area, and in areas where you can refill up your water. So I'm just going to head back over this way, because one thing I forgot to show you earlier on was the, let's call it the information kiosk. This is located near the main entrance. So there's the main entrance there, and I think the information kiosk is already open. Animation kiosk, it's open from 9 till 12 and then from 3 till 6, and from within there you can certainly get all of your rackets, your clubs, all those sorts of things. See if we can try to avoid getting too many people in, but again you can see your information kiosk is around here. So that's your information kiosk there. And give you, I think you can get information as well about local attractions, local things in the area. You can get a lot of that information from the reception as well. There's the main map we showed you earlier on, and I keep talking about boards. So here are the programs for the kids club and the program. A few other information posters there as well, and these things are dotted around the site. So I tell you what we'll do, let's wander around and start heading back, because I think we've probably nearly covered most of it anyway, and the girls will probably be waiting for the pastries. So let's take a bit of a detour back. What we shall do is probably wander around past some of the other camping pitches to give you an idea of the camping pitches. So we've wandered just down from the left as you come through the main entrance. That's the back of the stage area there, and you've got kind of like 3 parallel lanes. And we were stopped down here the last time we were down. Let me kind of give you an idea. Let's look through here. Again, you've got another washing facility for washing clothes, and you've got some more washing machines and those sorts of things there. We'll kind of head along this way. In fact, there's another MG Caravaner, so we're not the only caravan from MG that is out on the site. So somebody else from MG as well. Swift Challenger by the looks. So we'll take a wander up this way. I think one thing that I'd like to mention, again, if you're coming to the south of France for a holiday, you come into a camping pitch and you're expecting green, lush pitches, you're going to be disappointed because of the temperature down here, because of the climate down here, and the amount of traffic on and off the pitches. You're not going to get a green, lush pitch. You might find one with a little bit of grass, but invariably it is going to be a very sandy, dusty pitch. In some cases the ground might be quite hard, so make sure you've got some form of rock beds, those sorts of stuff. However, the one big thing with the pitches that you will get in France is it is your pitch to do what you want with. And I don't mean that nastily, like destroying the pitch or anything like that, but whatever you put on the pitch, you can do whatever you want in any shape or form. And the pitches are variably lots of different sizes, different shapes, come with different facilities. Now you will find some pitches they get absolutely covered, people put everything on, but you can put your caravan in any way you want. There's no getting it between the white pegs, parking the car on this side of thing, that sort of stuff. The pitch is yours to do what you want with, and we've seen it in the past where people have literally covered the whole pitch with tarpaulins and kind of set them up and done them that way. So we'll take you for a wander on. You can, some of the pitches down here do have a little bit of grass on. These ones have a little bit of grass. You see people bring gazebos. You can sleep as many people on the pitch as you want. One of the things that Esterel has been doing, so it's a small shaded pitch, some of the pitches are bigger. I mean, you have got grass on these pitches down here compared to ours, and I'll show you ours in a bit. One of the things that Esterel has been doing since we were last here is upgrading a lot of the pitches and putting better facilities on there, so putting bathrooms, showers, washing machines, those sorts of stuff on their pitches. Last year, or last time we were here, we had a little shed which had a fridge, freezer and a dishwasher on it. The other thing you can do when you come here is you can rent an extra fridge, freezer, which you can put on your pitch. In fact, when we were here last time back in 2022, this pitch on the left hand side was the one that we were on before, and as you can see, they've now added on there a bathroom, you've got a fridge, freezer, you've got a washing machine and those sorts of things. So different pitches as we move along, but that was the one that we were on last time, and this gives you a good flavour of the type of pitches. I mean, we have seen in the past people put their own hot tubs on, inflatable hot tubs on the pitch, but there are a few of the pitches which do have hot tubs already on them. So let's take a wander up this way, see where this takes us. Because it is that changeover day, you're probably finding that a lot of people are moving and swapping things around. Again, that was the type of shed that we had before. You see that shed up there? Literally had a fridge, freezer and a washing machine in it. Not a washing machine, sorry, a tumble dryer. But again, look at the sizes of some of these pitches. I mean, that is literally one pitch. Okay, it's got a tree in the middle, but you could quite easily get 2 caravans on that pitch, and they're down these quaint little lanes. Even though it is a busy site, we found it a very quiet, tranquil site. We've been lucky enough, we've been away from the main entertainment area, so that hasn't caused us any issues anyway. But the worst noise we've had have been some fireworks. Well, it's not even worse, but we've been heard fireworks that have been going off and down in Agay. There's another sanitaries block down that way, which is just along there, or just up there. I don't think that's really very different to this. There's 2 or 3 sanitary blocks about. There is only, or I've only discovered, one area for emptying your chemical toilet. And I'll take you up to that. That is just up this way. But again, here are some of the different types of pitches, you know, from motorhomes. I mean, look at the size of that pitch. I mean, it's huge. They've got a little camper van, they've got the facilities on there all the way up, but that is one big pitch. Because again, we go all the way back there, another one, the same big pitch. You will probably need some leveling blocks if you do come here, because some of the pitches are uneven. We've got the EMP, which has lifted the caravan up to one side. Again, big motorhome in there. And look at that van, Paganini. We've seen that one here before. I mean, I'd love to take a look inside that, but that is really one nice caravan. So we'll take a wander around. and we'll show you a bit more of the site, and I think we're about done. They also do offer separate disabled facilities. I think you do need a key for those, which is correct. And to be fair, which is the right way of doing things. At least it stops people coming and basically using them when they don't need to use them. I wonder if the gym is free and whether I can just show you inside the gym. It might be the fact that I'm going to have to try and record something later on and drop it in here. Here's a separate children's bathroom. There's another one there with sinks with different heights and the baby changing and the different showers. Actually, this might be just for ladies only. Looking at the sign there, is there anybody? Yeah, the gym is being used, so I can't really show you that in a minute, but I'll certainly see what I can do later on. So we're in luck. The gym is empty at the moment, so as we kind of walk into the gym, we've got this area here, but then it is fully equipped with all this different equipment, relatively modern stuff. Does smell a little bit damp in here, but that's probably just from the air conditioning. So again, I haven't got a clue what any of this stuff does. But it does say, please make sure to put the weights and dumbbells away after using them, thank you. So this is the gym. So probably not a bad gym, fully equipped. I think these are obviously just for pulling yourself up and down. There's what looks like different mats and things there. So there we go. I did manage to get in and show you the gym. But just down this way is your Vidor WC Chimique, so basically drainage chemical toilets. Do you want to look at that? I'll show it you anyway. I'm not going to give you a close-up details of it. It is the only one I found on the site. There could be others, but certainly not been able to see that. And I suppose it's my only one complaint. Not that it is a complaint, not so much that it's one, but that's it. It's kind of emptying it down there. Quite a small area to get it down. You do get quite a bit of splashback. Sorry to be so graphic. It's not like the caravan and motorhome club sites where you have this huge orifice where you could pour it down. It is quite compact, so you just need to get your aim right. But you know, it's been okay. I guess it's one of those things as well. There are plenty of toilet facilities around the site and you don't really need to use your onboard facilities. Unfortunately, I've got Claire and Darcy May who that's all they ever want to do is use the onboard facilities and always reluctant to use the public ones. So it does mean I have to empty the toilet on a daily basis. Here's your bins. The one thing I found about these bins, they always smell really fresh. I mean, it's crazy. So basically you've got your recycled waste on that side. You've got your non-recyclable on this side, although some people seem to be putting recycling and non-recyclable. And then down here you have all your glass waste as well. So they are recycling. In fact, pretty much all over France, wherever we've been, they are recycling, as they should be and as we do in the UK. So that's shown you the bin and waste facilities for the toilet. So let's take a wander back. I think we've pretty much shown you most of the site now, not in its full effect, but we've given you a reasonable tour. One area I do want to try and fit in, and I will try if I can, is the gym, and also get you a bit of a night view of the pool. If I don't manage to get you a view of the pool at night, what I will attempt to do is drop either a video from Esterel or some pictures that are in there. So I'm not going to zoom in too much and the light probably isn't brilliant, but it's Saturday night and there is a pool party going on in the pool. I think this is going on till 10 o'clock, it's 5 to 9 now. And then if we look down over there, you can see the restaurant. So that's kind of giving you a very brief overview of what else goes on. So basically we've been in this nice little cul-de-sac. So we've got a cul-de-sac up this way. Some of the pictures are really great. Again, look at that pitch down there. You've got a long lane up to it and a big open pitch towards the end. And then we wander back up here. That was a little stairway I went up earlier on to where we've got the little children's pool. Again, this is the type of pitch. In fact, let me see if I can show you. So you get a hot tub on some of the pitches. But you can see what I mean about the ground is quite rough. There's your service point. So there's your main connection, your water connection, your drainage, and there is your EV charging connection. And then you get your hot tub, you get a couple of sunbeds, you get a washing machine, or a compact washing machine, but a washing machine all told. You basically get a dishwasher, a sink, fridge freezer, hot plate for cooking, and this has been locked anyway, but then you get your shower facilities in there. We didn't book one of those. I guess these go quite quickly, so you need to kind of book up one of the pitches early with the facilities on there. We booked ours last minute. We have had on a previous site the facilities block on our pitch, and it is an absolute game changer. I must admit, it really does make a very, very big difference. So we just wander back up this way, and this is us on our left hand side. Here we are. That's our pitch. That's where we've been. And here we go. So hopefully you found that tour of the site useful. It's given you an overview. As I say, and I've probably said before, I will put links to Esterel's social media and their other bits down below, so please check them out for more detailed information. But we've got to unfortunately start packing up soon. We'll get it done this morning, then we've got the rest of the day to do what we want to do. I need to go and fill up the car with fuel, get that ready so we can head off home. Hopefully we can get down the pool, and then tomorrow morning we shall try and aim to leave probably around about 9-10 o'clock and start heading north. But that is Sunday and we don't cross till Wednesday, so we've still got some of our adventure to enjoy. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, hit that notification bell, and we shall see you on the next one.